What's going on, all you minties? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, and join me for my overview of the Jodorowsky Library Edition from Humanoids. So, let's get started. And welcome back, everybody. So here we have the very first Jodorowsky Library Edition from Humanoids. It is a hardcover edition. We'll be doing a size comparison here in a few. But just to kind of give you an idea of what the front here looks like, the spine with the Jodorowsky Library Humanoids, and then a picture back here of Alejandro Jodorowsky. And the retail price of this and all of the library editions so far, the ones that have been solicited, is $39.99. Now, as far as the size of this library edition, here we have a Marvel Epic Collection, the size of a standard trade paperback or comic book dimensions, and then a Marvel Omnibus. So the Marvel Omnibus is just a little bit taller than this library edition. And here are the stories that are all collected in here by different artists. So the thing I'm going to say before opening this up is this book is definitely mature content. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this open and talk a little bit about the stories collected in here, but show off this beautiful artwork. Alright, so let's get this open and talk a little bit about the stories in here. But the thing I want to mainly focus on is this beautiful artwork. Now, if you're not familiar with who Jodo is, or Jodorowsky, he is a phenomenal creator. He's written movies, he has written comics, and a musician, and I'm pretty sure most people that are probably watching this video know who he is. But he is famous because of the Incal, or for that matter, the Meta Barons. So let's show off some of this beautiful artwork here. This story right here is drawn by Jodorowsky, and this is Anibal 5. And Anibal 5 has a pretty interesting concept. So in the future, the European Defense Organization, known as the EDO, I gotta make sure there's nothing naughty here because, well, you know, when you're dealing with a Jodo story, you know what you're kind of getting into. Anyway, the EDO is in charge of protecting the Earth from these cosmic terrorists that just want to come and destroy humanity. And their big weapon, their big key guy, is this sex-obsessed secret agent named Anibal 5. Let me show you. Okay, finally! I'm trying to find a picture of the guy that he's not completely nude or doing something horrible. But anyway, this is him right here. And that's pretty much the premise. Anibal 5 and the rest of the EDO battle mysterious criminal syndicates and just all kinds of space threats that are coming to Earth. That's pretty much the basic premise of the story. I wish I could show you the type of lewd humor that is in here. It's over the top ridiculous, but that's just what you come to expect from a Jodo story. Let me see. Are these ladies dressed? At least they're dressed. Okay. But this is the type of beautiful artwork to expect in this particular story. Alright, let's keep on moving. This is the way he usually looks here. This is really cool. In this particular collection, you get the original story that eventually evolved into Anibal 5 before Jodorowsky took over the book. And here it is for the very first time, collected. And it is in Spanish, though. So I will say that much about it. It's not been translated, but it is the original scans of these pages. That's what it looked like. And then you get the sketchbook here. This is in between this particular story and Megalex, which is the next big story collected in here. And then we get a couple of short stories. So here's Megalex. So this is the type of artwork in here from Fred Beltran to expect out of this particular story. Again, strong sexual content, over-the-top violence. Freaking love this particular story. I read this a few years back because I found the complete story hardcover, which has been out of print for years. Found it at one of my local comic book shops when I was working. Well, it wasn't a local comic book shop. It's where I was staying. I'm working out of town, and I was so happy to find it and to have read it. But this is the type of artwork in here. So the basic premise of this particular story of Megalex is this rebellion that is going up against this regime, turning in this planet, the city planet, into a technological world city. Like, I don't know. I always think of like the Fifth Element or the big city planet in Star Wars. Why do I go there when I probably should have gone with something like Isaac Asimov's like stories? Wait, my wife would be so disappointed in me. But anyway, that's what this is. We're introduced to one of these 10-foot policeman clones right here. Now, there's a lot of crazy ideas and concepts that Jodo does in these particular stories. But one thing I was going to note is that in Chapter 3 of this Megalex story, the translation, the way the font looks, sometimes is shifted over to the left. I could show you a couple more examples, but it's just every so often. And it wasn't like that in the original translation. As you can see, the font is right in the middle. It's just for some reason in this particular translation that some of the word bubbles, the font is shifted over to the left. Like I said, it's not every page, and it's just in this particular chapter that I found it in. But just look at this jaw-dropping type of artwork in here. This is the stuff that drove me to get these books and got me interested in a lot of European comics, basically because of the whole European invasion in the pages of Heavy Metal magazine. And then as I got older, I found out this whole company, Humanoids. By the way, I've done a whole episode on Humanoids books. If you're curious about that, just click on the link above or click on whatever above. But that's what this artwork looks like. And again, strong sexual content. It's goofy sci-fi stories, whimsical. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. And then we get some... Oh, and one thing you'll see is sometimes the art changes because it's a few years in between chapters. So that is one thing that some of people probably notice. Incal was the same way. Metabarons was the same way. And then we get this story right here by Adi Granov. This is the Masters of Destiny story. And of course, some people are familiar with Adi Granov for drawing Iron Man. He did that story with Warren Ellis and provided the concept designs of the Iron Armor in the MCU. So I'm sure that's what his name is probably known for. And then we get another short story here, The Loyal Condor by Pascal Alexi. And this is what the artwork looks like. There's no extras in the back, and all the extras are in between the chapters. So, for example, I showed you what the Anibal 5 extras look like, but here's the Megalex extras. I'm glad that they're in here, including the French editions of the different volumes here. While the library edition does have the covers to Megalex, I wish they had had this right here, which is the making of Megalex. It's not very long, so it's just a few pages that they had here, kind of showing you the process of the digital art. Because as you saw, remember when I said that his art, let's go back to that really quick, was digital in the first 2 chapters? That's what I was talking about when I was talking about the art evolving to hand-drawn here in the final chapter. So all this being hand-drawn. Oh, and this is Screaming Planet. This is another one of the short stories. I didn't mention this one. This is by Axel Medallion McCain. So this is right before the Adi Granov story. I didn't even read this one. So you get 3 short stories in here. So this is one of, so far there's 3 solicited library editions from the Jodorowsky library. I'm not sure what else they're going to include after those 6 stories. After those particular stories, but I'm excited to see this finally collected in hardcover format, and very exciting. This is my reading spot, so lost it there, but does come with a ribbon. As far as the paper quality, it's this thick, it's matte paper, but it does have like a glossy finish to it. It's not glossy paper, but it does have a slick finish to it, and the binding is sewn binding, and there's that eye, so you probably saw the book lay over really nice towards the beginning. Had to pick a page without any nudity, and towards the back here. But that, as they say, is that. If you're interested in purchasing this book, don't forget to check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They pride themselves on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. Check out the bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. CGN is excited to announce that they are now taking pre-orders. They're making it easier for you to ensure that you don't miss out on the hottest releases. CGN is currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, let them know that you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. This promotion is valid for U.S. customers only. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount and quality shipping and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the content, the page count, and build of this particular library edition. Let me know in the comments down below if you're a big Jodo fan and this is the way you intend on getting all of his content, or if you hope that they will reprint all of his work in these huge editions like the Incal Limited Edition or the Meta Barons Limited Edition. Again, this was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live. We are on Spreadshop and on Patreon. Amazing ways to support the channel if you can do so. And more importantly, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe, and much love.